Hello everyone, it's Allie from Titan and welcome back to our channel. Since we're going to be checking out some first edition Tales of Aria booster boxes here, thought it was the perfect time to go ahead and announce that Legend Story Studios has invited me back for Everfest preview season, which, as you guys saw in that little intro, does start on January 24th, and the set does release at the beginning of February. So very excited for the next release. Should be a product similar to Crucible of War, and you guys don't even know how excited I am for this preview. I can't say much, but I can say that it's going to be big. So I hope you guys will tune in for that at the end of January. But anyways, back to what we're about to get into here. Like I said, a couple boxes of Tales of Aria First Edition. These are both for Kevin Y from California. So thank you so much, Kevin, for letting me open these on up for you. I hope to find you some awesome cards to add to your collection. Now, Kevin has had me open up a lot of First Edition Tales of Aria here on the channel. We've seen a lot of cool stuff, but we have not seen a Fabled, not only out of this set, but at all here on the channel. So, of course, as I've been saying in just about every Flesh and Blood video we've had here over the past couple months, is today going to be the day that we find our first Fabled. If we did here in one of these boxes, it would, of course, be a cold foil, since these are both first edition. But let's go ahead and jump on into these, because this is going to be a pretty long video, but snapping us into the corner. Ooh, we started off with a good snap. And yes, Everfest preview season starting at January 24th. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. Not only for the product, but I'm also very curious about the physical aspect of it itself. Legend Story Studios is going to be switching to recyclable wrappers. So I'm curious how that's going to go over. I think Magic did that a few years ago with maybe Eternal Masters or one of the Modern Masters sets. And the packs kind of came out a bit wonky with that, but I'm very excited to see how it's produced and how it comes out. So hopefully I'll get to experience that, you know, as soon as the product comes out. Hopefully there's no delays. I know there's been some delays with a lot of other stuff, but, you know, it's a couple months out. Not quite. I mean, the new year isn't like 2.5 weeks, which is crazy, but it is beginning of February for Everfest, and I'm excited to see what's in that set. As just like you guys, I'll be waiting to see everybody else's previews, so I'm very excited for that. And of course, the key artwork of like the circus tent and such is absolutely gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll link you guys to the Flesh and Blood website where you can check that on out. Down below, I'll pin a comment. If I don't remember, say Allie, pin comments, and I'll get to that. Alright, pack 1, we did have a couple rares. But I am so excited. I'm so excited for this preview. I was so happy to get invited back. I was here late last night doing mail, and I just got the email in. I was like, ooh, so excited. So I responded as soon as possible. I think I actually managed to catch the email about 20 minutes after it came in. Channel Mount Heroic is our first Majestic, and we have a Thump foil. And I am very excited, very excited. It was an absolute blast checking out the Lexi Blitz deck. Now for Tales of Aria, wasn't even sure what I'd get. I didn't know if it'd be a card, didn't know if it'd be a product. So I'm very excited for this upcoming preview. Very happy that I guess Legend Story Studios did enjoy the last preview and all the stuff leading up to it. That teaser video, and then the Flesh and Blood primer video, and then of course that actual unboxing of the Lexi Blitz deck. So I'm very pleased that they enjoyed it to invite me back for Everfest's season. Rites of Lightning, foil rare. Alright, we are on the hunt for a Fabled. I mean, as always, of course, Majestics. Nice Majestics, nice foils, legendaries. Those are all great, but one day we will find a Fabled. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so the Fabled has to show up at some point, right? In theory. I mean, I can't go my whole life without pulling one, right? As long as I just keep opening boxes, we will find one at some point. Will it be today, though, here for Kevin? Well, of course, we'll just have to find out. Alright. I'm so excited for preview season. It's such an honor. It's such a surreal feeling to, like, get this email coming saying, hey, would you like to show off whatever we'd like to have you show off? You know, not only originally Legend Story Studios with Tales of Aria, and then when Bushiroad reached out for Ruby, which Ruby was supposed to be coming out on Friday, it got delayed like half a week. It's coming out on Wednesday instead. So I'm not sure when we're going to get to open Ruby, because Topps is showing Stellar still on their calendar for next Wednesday. Topps is adamant that Stellar Signatures is coming before the end of the year. They keep posting on Facebook, coming to shops near you before the end of the month. And it's like, y'all got 2 Wednesdays left. You got next Wednesday, and you got the 29th. So which one is it? I don't know yet. Still showing on Southern Hobby's website, our main distributor, for next Wednesday, although we'll see Terra Sunder and Entwined Lightning. So if Stellar and Ruby come out on the same day, Stellar is going to get priority because we will be having one of the artists, who's also local to Florida, Carlos Caballero, come in. And we're going to do a little interview. I'll be in my Hunt Slayer Leia cosplay. We're going to be opening up a couple cases. It's going to be fun. So, like, it's a big party. So, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to get to Ruby the same day. But they might come out on different days. Who knows? The calendar is very variable. So much stuff has been pushed to January, including the one Upper Deck product we were thinking would come this month. For a while, it was looking like Spider-Man Metal would be coming on the 29th. That is now, like, January 26th or something. There's a lot of stuff on the 26th. Bounty Hunters, Masterwork, like, no. This stuff isn't coming. I don't know when. It'll come at some point, but I don't think it's coming on the 26th of January. But a lot of stuff just keeps getting pushed forward and forward and forward. So hopefully Everfest does not. I think if preview season's kicking off, they probably have everything all ready to go. Inspire Lightning Common Foil. Have we ever seen a Flesh and Blood product get delayed? I don't personally know. If you all know, let me know in the comment section down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. So far, we are at 2 Majestics, 1 foil rare. No cold foils just quite yet. No foil Majestics just quite yet. Usually seeing 1 to 2 per box in Tales of Aria from my experience. Summerwood Shelter, Ice Storm, Sting of Sorcery. That is a foil Majestic. There we go. 2 Majestics in that pack, the Ice Storm and the Sting. But yes, I was given permission to let you guys know that I will be participating in preview season. So very excited. I hope you all are as well. It was an absolutely great experience making all those videos. And ooh, we do have a legendary cold foil here, Shock Charmers. I love the art on this card because just the color is that yellow, especially up here, the yellow, the pinks, the purples. Ooh. Beautiful here, Lightning Equipment, Shock Charmers. All right, that's our first cold foil of box number 1. Seeing a legendary here implies to me we won't be finding a Fable, but you never know. We've also seen cases with 2 foil legendaries, so that's not something I realized was possible. To my understanding, the odds were 1 in 4, so 1 per case, and then 1 in 40 for Fables, 1 in 10 cases, but like I said, in Tales of Aria in particular, we've seen 2 per case. A couple times. Not a ton of times, but enough times that it wasn't just an error. Like, it's a thing that's possible. So, maybe we'll just happen, the odds will be in our favor, and we'll find a Fabled here in this case as well. Who knows? But Weave Ice, foil rare, and Coat of Frost, another cold foil. So 2 cold foils here in this box. 1 common, 1 legendary. 2 of my favorites. The Coat of Frost is my favorite. I don't think we've seen all of them, because of course we haven't seen the Fabled. I think there's still legendaries out there that I haven't seen. But this just, to me, reminds me of Rogue from the X-Men trilogy from the early 2000s. I don't think there's been another X-Men series. Oh, there is? No, never mind. I was going to say, I don't think there's been another X-Men trilogy. There has. First Class was good, and I never saw Days of Future Past. I heard that was the best one. I saw Age of Apocalypse or whatever that was called. I did not even look. I didn't even watch the trailer, let alone put any mental effort into learning about the Dark Phoenix movie or whatever. But yeah, so see, I was right to say the X-Men trilogy in the 2000s. Anna Paquin. I'm not actually sure how to say her name, but that's what this card reminds me of. Remember we pulled one in the box, Bossman let me open up for previews here, and I actually bought it because I thought it was so nice. So 2 of my favorites there art-wise. Emerging Avalanche foil common. 2 of my favorite cold foils here for Kevin. I feel like we've pulled Shock Charmers for Kevin before. Like I said, Kevin has had me open up a decent amount of Tales of Aria. Between Kevin and Michael H., we've gone through a good amount of first edition. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. It's nice that we were able to get in a lot. Of course, probably nowhere even close to quantities places like Channel Fireball and whatnot gets, but able to get in a good amount. And we've opened up a decent amount. Bossman, I think, has some squirreled away Rudy style. But it is fun opening up these first edition boxes, because I got to open up 1 box of Monarch. We did hit, actually, I think, a legendary in the first box. But that was it. That was it. I didn't get to open up any more first edition Monarch. We missed out, so we weren't able to get in. We didn't get any Welcome to Wraith, of course, Crucible, Arcane Rising. So Monarch was the first set, and just got to open up that one first edition box. Like I said, Tales of Aria here, getting more. Hopefully get to open up a good amount of First Ed Everfest, too. The Unlimited editions are fun as well. Of course, the foiling's a bit different. Some cards have different arts. But it's fun. Invigorate's common foil, especially for people that just want the cards. They don't care about like having max rarity decks, which I start off like that, and then I'm always like, ah. Like when I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I didn't care about like I didn't even care about all my stuff matching, rarity wise. It's just whatever I found. I'm like, sure, that's good, and then I continue to learn, and it's like, well, it's actually good for it all to be the same, because then if they have different, if like one's first edition, one's non-first edition, your opponent can see it. And then be like, keep counts of, you know, because your deck list, people are probably going to have an idea of what you're playing, but they can confirm quantities and whatnot by seeing the different editions. And it's just like, and then, you know, me being the way I am, like, they look different. It looks slightly different. It looks weird. Like maybe one was like an ultra rare Prince. One was a yeeted Summerwood Shelter. But if they're different printings, because a lot of cards get reprinted. Like, let's say Regeki. You could probably find a Regeki anywhere from, like, a super to a secret rare. So I would just have whatever Regekis I've found over the years, just opening random packs and, you know, whatever's at the local shop, which happens to be Titan. Back in the day. That's how I first started coming here, is I just decided I was like, I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh! It was actually before Bossman owned the shop. It was an old dude. His name was Pete, I think. Old dude named Pete. And we just were looking around for what stores carried Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was coming in, I was looking for Noble Knight singles, because I bought that Noble Knight box set, and then I was like learning how to flesh out my deck to make it actually good. Good. Noble Knights being good, I know, right? But, you know, so that's actually how I first came here. I was here pre-Bossman being the owner, so. So then I remember I had the one Noble Knight that was the good card in the weird foiling from that box set. And then I had a couple of the other versions, the original printing. I remember what it looks like. I don't remember what the card was. But it is the original good Noble Knight. I can visualize it. I've noticed last night, well, that's when I opened it, but today, earlier on my personal channel, I'll actually go ahead and link the video right there. I opened up a Japanese box of VMAX Climax Pokemon. You know, I know what this Pokemon is. But until you're facing the card in a foreign language, where it doesn't directly translate, because the Japanese Pokemon names are different, like, I could read it. I can read Japanese. I passed the N4. Wow, impressive. But I'm proud of myself for that. It's not the name of the Pokemon in English. In very few circumstances, Pikachu. But obviously I know Pikachu, but I'm like, I know what this Pokemon is. I know what they are. I couldn't remember what the names were. It was abysmal. I'm okay through, like, Gen 4. That's where I started, was Pokemon Platinum was my first Pokemon game that I played. So I'm good through about there, and then other Pokemon, it's like, I know what that is, I've seen it before, but if I don't have, like, an attachment to it, I'm like, I don't know what its name is. So I've learned that I'm really not great with names. I'm good with visualizing cards, I'm not good with visualizing people. Like, I'm horrible with faces. But I can picture on a card. You know what? I can't actually remember what the face of that one Noble Knight looks like. But I can remember the general design of it. I can't describe it, but I can see it in my mind's eye. But anyways, super off topic here. Hopefully, some of you found that discussion entertaining. But I'm very happy for the people that just go min rarity. It's impressive. Because eventually you just get sucked into like, oh, you want to be one of the cool pro players, you gotta have a max rarity deck. And it's like, do I have to have everything in cold foil? Can't I just enjoy myself? So I like that Unlimited is an option. Because then, you know, of course first edition boxes can get crazy. Especially depending on the sets. It seems like from the Monarch onwards, it seems like it's chilled out a bit. Probably the print runs are higher too, since the game is more popular. As we can see by the fact that we actually got in a good amounts of Tales of Aria first edition. We got more first edition Tales of Aria than we got unlimited. But I'm sure there'll be more rounds of unlimited prints. I mean, there's a vast difference between a first edition Tales of Aria and a first edition Welcome to Wraith box. But, or Alpha. That was called the Alpha prints, I believe. Now they're first edition. Alright, Winter's Grasp foil. Yeah, I'm one of the people that gets sucked into, like, I need it to be max rarity. But, like, max rarity maybe isn't the way to describe it, because I'm not, for Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular, I'm not crazy. Like, Ghost Rares look cool, but I don't want to play with them. And I'm really not crazy about Ultimate Rares. I know. It's like, Allie, you're insane. It's like, they're cool to look at, but, like, I'd rather just have secrets. I like secrets. So, for me, max rarity would be, like, secret. Even if there's something else that's higher, technically, I would cap out at secret. But that does finish off box 1 here for Kevin. Talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! For about 15 minutes, but this channel doesn't make sense sometimes. That's why y'all are here. Variety. The Alley Variety Show. Just rename the channel. Bossman makes me mad one day. I'll just rename the channel to Alley's Variety Show. I mean, we do open up a variety of products, huh? See? It makes sense. Alright, moving on into box number 2. Still trying to get the Fabled of our dreams. Please, one day. If I keep saying that one day I'll pull a Fabled, then it'll happen. Fulfilling prophecy, right? I can't go my whole life without pulling one, right? I'll think that's possible. But alright, 2 cold foils, Shock Charmers, and Coat of Frost in box 1. Go ahead and get on into box 2 here for Kevin. Alright, pack 1. Let's get started. I think I just really don't have much else to talk about at the moment because my brain... Why is there, like, pack dust on my hand? I got it off, and then it came back. Ugh. I think it's, the wrapper flaked off a little bit. No, I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that was. It looked like pack dust. It looked like Pokemon or Upper Deck pack dust, to be honest. But so I was like, oh, it's probably for the shrink wrap, but the shrink wrap print is white. Yeah, there's some other boxes with black printed shrink wrap. These are near the Rittenhouse boxes in the storeroom, so it probably came from that. If you guys have seen Opening Up Women of Star Trek, it was flaking all over me, the shrink wrap. So that's what I'll claim it was from. I promise I'm not dirty. Anyways, Autumn's Touch, common foil. But back to before we got distracted by pack dust, my brain just wants to circle back to talking about being excited for Everfest, but I did that like twice. It is. That's what's right here at the moment. As my synapse is firing, it's like, talk about you're excited. And I'm like, I am excited. And it's like, Allie, talk about something else. No, but I can't, it's like, I was hoping that I'd be invited back. I was like, oh man, I hope they like it. I hope I get invited. I hope Chris and the team are like, hey Allie, that was cool. You want to do another preview? And be like, yes. And then it happened. I'm like, whoa! You know what's funny is I haven't mentioned it to Bossman. Stop. You know, Bossman looks at emails, but he doesn't at the same time. So I just haven't mentioned it to him. And he hasn't said anything to me, so I don't know if he even knows. Because Bossman also didn't know that I got invited to that. Well, we actually, technically, I went because I'm the face here. I do the breaks, I do the openings, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's me. Bossman didn't even know until I told him that I was on that sports card investor panel last week. So I want to see how long it takes for him to realize that we're getting another preview. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe he knows. Maybe he just hasn't mentioned it, which would be weird. Well, we'll see. Maybe he's doing the same thing to me that I'm doing to him. I'm just curious. Scientific experiment. Pinky's out because we're fancy. Can't not open Dr. Pepper. Especially since this would have been during the stream this past weekend, but since I had to get up super early on Sunday and I had been up since 6:30 a.m. on Saturday, because I did have my own little table at Collector's Con over the weekend in Tampa, and that was a lot of fun. Took a lot out of me, but it was a lot of fun. But so I couldn't do any crazy length streams. I tapped out at 2 a.m. Which it's like that for us, it's like, man, Allie, that's weak. But like in general, that seems like pretty normal. But I didn't get to finish a lot of breaks, so And one Kevin actually was last in the queue at I think number 19. And when we got started, I was like, "Oh, Kevin, I don't know that we're gonna get to yours." And Kevin's like, "Yeah, that's fine. If you don't, just record it." So I was like, "Okay." So Seek and Destroy here, and Polar Blast foil. So shout out to Kevin for letting me just record it here on Tuesday. Hope you like your new legendary, Kevin. Yeah, so I didn't get to finish the full queue's worth. Flicker Wisp, that's a really neat art there. And Winter's Grasp, Cracker Jacks, not cold foil. Sometimes they sneak up on me, so if you guys see, anytime we see some sort of equipment, I always do a little shift. See if perhaps I didn't notice right away that it was a cold foil. So some did get left over in the queue. We got some Heritage High Numbers, some Onyx Vintage Basketball and Baseball, and more Game of Thrones. And we have new to the queue. And Pokemon actually listed. Bossman had mentioned that we had like an overflow Pokemon in store, and I was like, why isn't it on the website? So I took some. I went over and I pilfered the shop today. I kidnapped one hobby box of Upper Deck Series 1 Hockey 2021. There's just one box just on the shelf, and I was like, I'll take that. I also took Pokemon. We had some Vivid Voltage, Fusion Strike, and a Darkness Ablaze box. So I took that. That did sell already. Mosaic Baseball. What else did I pilfer? Oh, Bossman wanted me to list some of the build and battle decks, so I put up some Fusion Strike ones of those. Yeah, if you don't want to commit to a full booster box, but still get some neat stuff and a cool promo, it's a Pokemon pre-release kit, essentially. I put those on the site and put up new stuff coming this week. Panini Flux Basketball, which I believe it's its first time being its own single product. I've seen it in Chronicles before. It's neat. It looks pretty retro, so I'm excited to see what the full set looks like. So Flux Basketball. Ginter Chrome, which, just like last year, just has one autograph per case. But hopefully see some cool color. Since Ginter Chrome comes out tomorrow, I should look at the checklist. I'm curious if it has different minis. Because I'm a big fan of little anime, not anime. Well, I would be a fan of anime minis, but animal minis? See if I can get some little chrome animals. Last year I got the chrome giraffe mini. It's cute. I couldn't find any of the boxes. And then did have actually a couple people send it to me for Christmas last year. So I was like, oh, yay. So I think I have 2 chrome giraffes. I think I have a full set and then a single chrome giraffe. So that's neat. Speaking of, no live stream the weekend after. And actually, Christmas does fall on a Saturday this year, and Bossman's making me take the day off. I'm still going to come in and record our mail special, because it's just, you know, it's the holiday season, and opening up gifts, right, and sharing thanks and appreciation with all of you. So I'll still be doing that, just like I did last year. I did our mail special. Well, that was actually before I decided to do specials, where I just collected a bunch of stuff to open up on the 25th, which actually happens to be my mom's birthday, too. But, so then I like the idea of just kind of collecting it instead of doing stuff as it comes in, because sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming. It's like, oh, I'm done for the day, and it's like, no, mail showed up, time to make another video. But then when I just kind of hold it and open it all at once, I feel like it's more substantial content for you guys to enjoy. So I like that. So that's where I came up with the idea for the mail special, was as a result of holding packages for last year's Christmas. So I'll do that again, you know, a little early. I've been doing it on the 1st of the following month. That way it's a whole month's worth of mail. But just like I did for my birthday, I'll do it again. So there will be an upload on Christmas, but there's no stream. So I'll have to make a note of that in the community tab next week when I update the website and I post. Just so that people know. Blossoming Spellblade and Biting Gale, foil rare. No cold foils here in box number 2, but I believe we got to about the halfway point in box 1, and then we started finding them. So nothing to worry about just quite yet. I've never seen a first edition box not have a cold foil. There has been a box that has stressed me out before, where it took like all the way to like the second to last pack to find one, but hopefully we will see some soon. Hopefully maybe even see another legendary, maybe our first fabled, Endless Winter, Majestic, Mulch. Hopefully we don't have to wait till the end, because that's when I start getting nervous. It's like, I know I shouldn't have to worry about it, but like, what if it's just an error box that doesn't have one, you know? We've seen weirder things happen. Electrify foil. Curious if we're going to see new heroes in Everfest. I believe Crucible did introduce a few new ones, but also reprinted some ones that already we saw. I'm curious. Embolden, Bolton Shots, Explosive Growth, and Voltaire Strike Twice. That is a cold foil. Majestic. Alright, it's not a legendary, but we do have cold foil majestic equipment. Voltaire Strike Twice. Elemental Ranger Weapon. It's a bow. Alright, let's go ahead and put that in a top loader as well. So cold foil number 1 of box 2. Might be our only one of the box. You can see 1 to 2. I haven't seen more than 2 before. I've seen up to 2. Might be our only. Could be just our first here. Voltaire Strike Twice. I have them sorted here by rarity. Alright, let's continue. Like I said, this feels like it's following the pattern of box number 1. But let's continue on here for Kevin. Flash, Weave Ice, Sigil of Suffering, foil. Frostfang, Weave Lightning, Summerwood Shelter. Lexi. Evergreen, Voltaire, not cold foil, and Dazzling Crescendo, common foil. Sigil of Suffering, Flash, Thump, and Mark of Lightning, not cold foil. I was getting bamboozled there. It's like, oh, it's an equipment. And it's like, ah, it's a regular equipment. Explosive Growth, Weave Earth, Shock Striker. Another Mark of Lightning regular. Cold Wave, Lighted Up Majestic, and Entwine Ice. Common foil. Lightning Press, Snapshot, and Ball Lightning. Summerwood Shelter, Turn Timber, Overflex, yeah. Honing Hood, regular print. Another Briar token. Alright, 2 packs remain. Getting down to the wire here to see if we'll find a second cold foil in box 2 or just cap out at that Voltaire. Frostfang, Weave Ice, Channel Lake Frigid, Foil Majestic. I love the art here. Why do I feel like this looks different? Did we find a regular Lake Frigid? I know there is a... No, I think it's actually just Lake Frigid rather than Channel Lake Frigid. I know there's an alternate art that's like ridiculously expensive of something to do with Lake Frigid. But that is beautiful there. I love the little fox. I feel like I've never noticed that fox before. But Channel Lake Frigid, Foil Majestic. A regular Honing Hood behind it. I gotta look. This is driving me nuts. Channel. What does the alternate art look like? I said it looked different. That's why it looks different. Yeah, that's why I've never noticed the fox before. Duh, easy. Knew it. I was like, that card looks weird. How could I have not? That is the cutest fox I've ever seen. Looks like that little white fox thing from the Last Jedi. How have I never seen that on this card before? It's because this is a $250 alternate art. Channel Lake Frigid. Wow, okay. That's nice. Yeah, median $249. Lowest listed on TCG Player Right is $218.99 plus 99-cent shipping. Look at that. Channel Lake Frigid alternate art. Oh, it's so beautiful. I knew that fox looked new. Knew the fox looked new. Haha. All right, last pack. Let's see if we can find some last pack magic. I think it seems to be the trend with Flesh and Blood boxes. We get a lot of second to last pack magic. That is sweet there for Kevin. Nice. I was like, I know there's some sort of alternate art. Something to do with Lake Frigid. Is it Channel Lake Frigid? And I just, for some reason, compartmentalizing it as just Lake Frigid, and I'm just dropping the channel part off. I don't know why. And it turns out that's what it was. A sick pull there for Kevin. Ooh, it's so pretty. So just one cold foil here in box number 2, but you know what? Box number 2 was spectacular too. I honestly have to check. Is what's more expensive, the Frigid or the Shock Charmers? Shock Charmers. Currently, the Channel Lake Frigid is more expensive than the Shock Charmers. Interestingly enough, the Cold Foil and the Rainbow Foil Unlimited Shock Charmers are about the same price. Seems a bit odd. Seems a bit odd. All right. Awesome. 2 boxes here for Kevin. Look at that beautiful alternate art Rainbow Foil, Channel Lake Frigid, and that legendary Shock Charmers. Ooh, man, I've never seen this card in person before. Oh, I love the little fox. Like I said, it looks like that little ice fox from the Last Jedi. Beautiful imagery there, beautiful imagery. And also we did find Majestic Cold Foil, Voltaire, Strike Twice, and Coda Frost. My favorite cold foil. Also found 2 other Foil Majestics, Sting of Sorcery and Seek and Destroy, so just 1 per box. Though each box did yield something else that was pretty fancy. Then for our regular Majestics, did have a non-foil Voltaire. And then in total, how many foil rares did we find? We had 4, 8, 12 foil rares. So approximately 6 per box here on the foil rares. With that does finish off these 2 boxes here for Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin, for letting me open up some more Flesh and Blood for you here on the channel. Really hope you enjoyed the opening and love these new additions to your collection. Now, we still have not found a Fabled, but I have found my first ever alternate art. So that is pretty neat. Oh, this card is so beautiful. I can't get over how pretty it is. I knew it. I said it when I saw it. I was like, that looks weird. Not in a bad way. Mentally, though, I was like, I don't know about this one. So that is awesome. Alternate art Frigid and these Shock Charmers, Voltaire, Coda Frost, and a lot of other really neat stuff here for Kevin. But with that does wrap off our Flesh and Blood for the day. We do have pretty quick opening up next. I know this one's probably going to end up about 35 minutes. Up next, probably, I want to take these out of the sleeve, put them in a bigger sleeve. Probably going to be about like 6-minute video up next. We have a box of Topps Chrome Black Baseball. And then ending off our videos today with another long one, do have 2 boxes of Final Fantasy Crystal Dominion. So 72 packs coming up at the end of tonight for Caleb S. Another big opening. 2 big opening sandwiches. Hopefully we find stuff, nice stuff in everyone. We're already off to a really good start here this afternoon, so congrats to Kevin. But with that, I think that does finish things on off here. So if you enjoyed this opening, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Comments from me, go ahead and drop those down below. And of course, if you're not yet part of the Titan Cards family, I'd love to have you join us. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so of course you don't miss our very special upcoming preview for Everfest, amongst, everything else here on the channel. And yes, of course, before we get out of here, also have to give a big shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you so much, you all, for going above and beyond with your supports. Bossman and I truly do appreciate it. We do have 12 Black Label fans, and did Bounty Hunter Breaks, Chris Rivers, Devon, Epicenter Gaming, Fails Tales, Kira Soltari, Mark Mardini, MT, Sean F, Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Bly. We also have 9 Gemmit fans. Barco Verrer, Dusty Archuleta, Geriatric Geek, Michael C., Michael Bigelow, Ryan Michael, Scorecard Collectibles, Shin Nafsen, and William Hastings. But thank you so much again to all of our channel members, and all members do have their names shown on screen at the end of every video. Well, that's, like I said, that wraps off our Flesh and Blood for the day. Definitely a very fun opening, very cool to see that alternate arts. I had a blast, so I hope you all did as well. Some pretty cool products, like I said, coming up next, very quick Chrome Black Baseball, and then finishing off the night with some more Final Fantasy. We checked out a box last night, and that was really fun. Hoping to have some more fun boxes tonight for Caleb. But with that does it here for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and hope to catch you all in the next one. Bye!